One day you called one of my girlfriends,
I tested the situation.
And I got mad. And I'm like, this is my best friend. Why the hell am I getting mad that he's calling another girl? But I got mad.
I had to test the waters. This is subconscious warfare. Gentlemen, listen up.
What up, BB gang?
Beauty and Bo here.
And today we are going to be filming our How Did We Meet / our love story, all that good stuff that you guys have been begging
y'all
for.
Wanna see?
Like for the longest on my channel.
Gushy stuff?
Yeah, so it's happening today.
Mac Daddy laid down his game and won the girl over. That's what you gonna learn today. You gonna learn today, boys.
Okay, might as well just hop into this video. What you looking at me like that for?
Just looking at my accomplishments over the years.
Let's go. Alright, so I guess I'll start it off. Because I guess I kind of was the first one to have feelings.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Leave it out either, because I call you out.
So, 2013. Let's take it there. 2013 was our freshman year. We're the same age, same year, all that good stuff, right?
She's a little older, but we won't get into that.
You never let me live. Months older than you. Anyway, 2013 freshman year, first time I ever saw Joshua was in a lunchroom. It was during orientation week, and me and my track teammates were sitting in the lunchroom calf area, and he was with his guy friends. You need to stop. You feeling yourself? Oh my gosh.
Just tell the story, babe.
So we're in the lunchroom, and he wasn't there for a second. He must have ran to the washroom or something, but I saw this white and black Jordan backpack, majority white, so it like caught my eyes. Crisp, clean. Well, not anymore, but back then it was crisp and clean and all that stuff.
She's a hater.
Anyway, so I saw it and I was like, oh, I'm gonna steal whoever's backpack this is. And they're like, oh, that's Josh's. Because granted, his friends came to sit by me and my teammates when we were in the cab. Because everybody's trying to get to know everybody. His group of friends were like flirtatious, trying to know all the freshman girls. You know how that goes. So anyway, they come up to our table. Josh isn't with them for a second, but then he eventually walks up and I'm like, is this your backpack? And I was like, I was about to steal your backpack. Now, I think I should pause in the story and let people know I was kind of in a relationship at the time, so I wasn't pursuing Josh in any way. I just thought like, dang, that boy is fine. So yeah, when he comes up to the table, I see his like hazel green eyes. He had the fresh cut, he had a clean face, and a white crisp backpack, like everything he needed to look like that.
Your boy was on point. That's all I'm saying.
Anyway.
That's all I'm saying.
That's pretty much what he looked like. So I didn't pursue Josh in that way because I was still like in something with someone else. I can look. Okay, what is it called? Window shop? I was sure as hell window shopping. Okay.
And she did.
Alright, so that's kind of the start of it. Like I never had like a crush on anybody else. I never thought anybody else on this campus was attractive. But when I saw Josh, I was like, dang, like, damn. So that's how that happened. So like for a month or two, I had a little crush on him. He had no idea about it. Whenever he would be around or I'd hear somebody call his name, I'd be like, that's my babe. Like to my teammates, like he'd never know that I said anything like that. Then what made me stop having a crush on Josh, one, we kind of started to get to know each other more on a friendship level. Two, me and my ex, I think we ended up back together. And three, Josh ended up messing with two of my teammates.
Now hold on.
So that's how my crush ended, okay? I'm just saying.
Let's bring it back. I didn't hit home runs, if that's what you're talking about. All right. So
you chose not to. Don't make it seem like
this wasn't
weren't.
Like I was going the full 9 with all her teammates.
And I wasn't like hurt about it. I had a whole dude, but I was just like, we should keep it friends. Cause he seemed like a little playboy, little flirt. You know?
I was a freshman. Okay. I was trying to experience the world. You know, just kind of get that out the way. And I got it out the way, so okay, I put that behind me. And at that
tell them about the little teammates.
I ain't got, there's not much to say because they're not in the picture anymore. You know who's in the picture?
No, we have to tell them the whole story.
The whole story. Okay, so, well, while we were in the friend stage, Bae here acted more as my wing girl than interested.
Okay.
Which led me to believe that she was not interested. So we were just in a friend zone moments. You know, I was like, all right.
No, ladies. Don't let
So I was like, all right, we just cool. And she was putting me on. So at the same time.
Oh yeah, the second one I did. The black one I did. Yeah.
She put me on.
Because I was over him by then. Like I was just like, that's my friend. Like that's my homie.
So at that point in my head, nowhere in my mind, I'm thinking that she's like, oh, she's just real cool with me. Okay, she's got her man. She's doing her thing with her man. And she's helping me out with my game, you know, my aspects. Okay, so she's throwing alley-oops. I'm trying to catch him and dunk him. But like at the same time, we're really cool. And it was kind of like, back then I wasn't thinking, you know, long-term relationship type stuff. Like she was a prime candidate even back then, but I wasn't thinking about that. One, she had a boyfriend, so I wasn't thinking about her as a candidate. And two, I would help her with her boyfriend problems, which is the crazy part. I would sit there and listen to her like Dr. Phil and listen to her vent, and I would give her advice.
And that's how we transitioned into best friends.
So then at that point, we're like really close. She's always venting to me. Oh, there was a funny occasion.
Are we going into sophomore year now? Is this transitioning? That's about all they need to know for freshman year.
Yeah, okay.
Freshman year, kind of had a boyfriend. Quick crush on Josh for like a month, and it went away because we became really close friends. He messed with two of my teammates.
I was a wild child.
Yeah, that's about the end of freshman year.
That's about the basic end of freshman year.
Transitioning to sophomore year.
Yeah. Now we're in the best friend
Closer,
mode.
yeah.
Yeah, we come back, we see each other, we're like, okay, now we're really good friends. Was this the time that you
broke up with the dude, the beginning of my sophomore year?
Broke up with him. And then when I seen her the first day she came back, she was looking real fly, and it kind of caught my eye. I was like, oh.
Yeah? What did I wear?
You were wearing some kind of black outfit, and you had like the little black boot heels on.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I remember that day. I was like, oh, well, okay, little EC, okay.
Hey, you ugly.
My friend and all, but damn, I can still look. Shoot, I think that kind of like nicked in my mind that she was like, okay, my best friend is actually really attractive.
She looks good. Okay.
So I was like, all right, that, you know, but let me just keep my cool, keep my composure.
So this is when it gets into the juiciness.
So this is where it starts to get juicy because, all right, so I'm giving her time. At the time, I was still kind of doing my thing.
Right. And I was still cheering him on. Like, we're in best friend zone.
We're still kind of in best friend mode.
And like, we went to a party. He was like making out with this one girl and like dancing with her. You know when your friend is like getting it in, quote unquote, with like somebody, you're like, okay, I see you. Like that's the type of friendship we had. So I was like, okay. That wasn't even in my mind that there was a possibility he could like me or like anything like that. This is how everything hit him full circle, okay? We went to a party the night I was telling you he was like making out with a girl, dancing with her, blah, blah, blah. Me and like our friends, we left and went back to the dorm hall and he stayed back with her. We're not gonna get into that. Bottom line is me, my friends, and some of his teammates or whatever that went back to the dorm hall, we just chilled in the lounge and stuff. And it started off like a group of us and then ended up with 4 of us. 2 girls, me and 1 girl, and 2 boys, his 2 friends, right? And I guess long story short, his friends ended up making a move on me and my friend. And you know how like stuff happens and you don't even realize it's happening when you're in the moment of it? I ended up being flirted with and pursued without really knowing it. And yeah, by that time it was kind of over for Josh a little bit, I guess you could say, because when he walked into the lounge after finally getting back at like 3 in the morning and it was just us 4 in there chilling, he kind of realized what was going on. And he had told me like he was just giving me time to like get over the relationship. That's why he didn't like immediately hop on me and was still like messing with the other girl, but his friend like swooped in for the kill.
Then real smooth.
Long story short, his friend that ended up like talking to me ended up messing with like me and another girl on campus, and he had a girl back home. So like, long story short, EC got played, okay?
Very complicated situation. Long story short, they ended up falling off. I had been left the other chick behind. Like that was just like a 2-3 week fling or something like that. Been left her behind, whatever. Okay, so once those ended, then our friendship turned into a flirtationship, which it got.
You did that.
It was my fault. It was my fault. Okay, so somewhere along those lines, once I had established that the relationship between those two were over, I was like, look, all right, I missed my chance already the first time, so now I gotta just start going full-fledged with these subconscious hints. So, with these hints...
You used to call me bae or something randomly.
On the low, on the randomest of randoms, I'll be like, bae. And just throw it in there. It would be like the most...
We'd be talking and it'd be like, come here, bae. And I'd be like, what?
The simplest of things in the world, right?
One day you called one of my girlfriends,
I tested the situation.
And I got mad. And I'm like, this is my best friend. Why the hell am I getting mad that he's calling another girl bae? I got mad. mad.
I had to test the waters. This is subconscious warfare. Gentlemen, listen up, okay? This is subconscious warfare. If you think that a girl's interested, do one simple thing.
Oh, you thought this was funny?
Oh, I thought this was really fun. I thought this was actually hilarious. All right, so I called one of her friends, Bae, while we were walking to the car or something, and then I seen her face.
I can't hold face expression.
She can't hold a face to save a life. So when she heard that, she was like kind of drawn back, and I was like, oh, so best friend's mad that I called somebody else Bae. And at that point, I knew, I was like, all right, she's interested. So I'm like, I'm hooked. I'm in there.
I didn't even know I was interested. I just knew it didn't sit right with me.
But you see, the Mac Daddy knew. Okay.
You're ugly.
So once I knew I had the hook in, I just started, you know how you, when you fish and you just start, you know, like tugging a little bit, pulling, tugging a little bit, pulling, tugging a little bit. So that's what I started doing. So then I just started doing like other random stuff. So then I was like, okay, so you were jealous. And then she's like, no, I wasn't jealous. I just don't know why you call her Bae.
That's exactly how I was. I was like, but I didn't talk to you for like a day.
Yeah, she was mad.
I didn't talk to him for like a day because of that. And I'm like, what is wrong
gentlemen,
with me?
that happens, okay? Women get mad, but you're not out the game yet, okay? You're not out the game. Just stay focused. So once we got back on good terms, now I knew I was in the game. She didn't really know that she was interested in me, but I knew.
I'm over it. I don't really like him like that. So I just
with
like,
enough persistence and enough consistency, I would win her over. So I started being more consistent. I spent nights, gentlemen, long nights. We did not go to sleep, and we did not do anything physical. No. We just sat up for nights on end and talked.
And like, I didn't go out to parties freshman or sophomore year. Like, I was like a completely homebody person. Didn't drink, didn't smoke, wasn't interested in dancing with people I didn't know. So like, Josh was a partier and stuff like that. But I would start noticing that he would like come back from parties early, or after he gets out of party, he would come to my room, just him by himself. And one day for sure in particular, he came back at like 3 in the morning, and we were just talking for a couple hours. This is always what we did. We just talked. And one day he got a little too comfortable. I was sitting in my desk at the chair, just like talking to him, and he was sitting on my bed. And then he leans back, and I'm starting to get on my bonnet and stuff. I'm ready to go to sleep, and he kind of leans back, kicks his feet up, and I'm like, you know, it's about that time to go.
She kicked me out.
I kicked him out the room. We weren't like that, and like, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just not a girl like that.
She kicked me out.
I'm just not a girl like that. So I kicked him out the room. Like, I was like, it's about time for you to go now.
It's cool though.
That happened a couple of times.
A player got kicked out the room at least 10 times.
10?
At least 10. Another instance where I was on that with her. Okay, this is where I made my first like
real move. Okay, yeah, I like
real
that.
move.
That's true.
Okay, have another movie night / sleepover, whatever. I decided to
not sleep on the couch.
Not sleep on the couch. Tried to sleep on the bed. Okay.
My bed.
First of all, there was 2 covers that were taking place, so then she separated the covers. So
he was my best. You guys gotta understand. I'm still in best friend mode. Okay, yes, I know how fine he looks. I know girls being like, girl, you tripping. But I was in best friend mode. I didn't see that he was fine. I didn't see, like, I wasn't interested in being touched by my best friend. Okay? So and he wanted to sleep next to me.
She was a nervous wreck. The man still knew I was in control, but I still tried to make my move.
It's giving me jitters just talking about this.
So I was laying there, and then I kind of just like leaned over and whispered. I was like, let me get a kiss. When I say I can make her melt with a whisper, I can make her melt with a
You can't make me melt. It used to be so head ass.
Yeah, and you still love it. You told me weeks later that she loved it. She loved it. Okay. So
I said it's a little sexy.
Let me get a kiss. And so she was like, what?
No.
She said no. And I was like, and I was real persistent about it. Like, I think we spent like a half an hour of me trying to get a kiss, and she kept saying no. I ended up not getting a kiss that night.
No.
Okay, she rejected me.
No.
And then once I established that I wasn't getting no type of physical play, I was like, all right, well, let me stimulate her mind. Just when the Mac Daddy game comes to a halt, young gentlemen, you gotta start stimulating her mind. Okay, that's exactly what I did. So we go home for Christmas break.
Every day.
People.
Every single day.
I suck at texting back. I suck at responding to messages. I'm not good with that kind of stuff. But when I say every single day, I sent messages.
In the morning. Morning to night.
Morning to night.
Like, no joke.
Consistent text messages. I was like, I'm going to make sure she knows.
Text messages, phone calls,
Make
Skype.
sure she knows.
Yeah,
Skypes, all night Skype calls, all that. I was like, she going to know.
And he had to work the next morning, too. I would be up late.
I would work long hours. I would text her while I was at work, and then I would FaceTime her at night and get up for work again. It was dang near like a job trying to keep this girl interested in me. And then, when we got back,
oh God,
I still didn't get a kiss.
He's too forward though. And you guys will eventually probably learn about me. I'm a very scary person, and I'm a very opposite of open, especially to new people, new guys and stuff. I've only had 2 boyfriends before Josh, put it that way. I had only kissed, 2 or 3 people before in my lifetime. So it was scary. I'm scary. And I just said that like 5 times. But thinking about it really makes me scared. So when we got back, after Christmas break, I started to like him more than just a best friend for sure with his persistence. And I remember when me and my mom were pulling up to the parking lot, because Josh was always there when I had like groceries, stuff that I'm bringing back from home. Even in a best friend way, before he liked me, he was always the first one there to help me like get my stuff to the room. So I remember he had on this like long sleeve, tight fitted burgundy shirt. He had on his like snow boots and some jeans and this fresh haircut. I don't know if I ever told you this, but like I whispered to because my mom knew. I'm blushing. My mom knew about it, like him liking me and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, mom, look at him. He look good." I was like whispering to my mom before he made it to the car because we could see him from a distance. And he had on this really smell good cologne, like his cologne smelled so good. And when we finally got to my room, though, I just couldn't. Did I not? I really didn't kiss you that day.
Nope. I tried to get her to kiss me,
and I just didn't. I was scared.
She gave me a hug. Tried to kiss me.
Yeah, it was like long hugs. I was fine with cuddling, but like lip to lip, I was
every
not
time I
okay
got close,
with it.
every time I got close, she'd be like,
yeah.
And I'd be like, what are you saying? I put in so much work, I at least deserve a kiss. I put in 2 more weeks of work, ladies and gentlemen.
And I even cut it off because when we came back from Christmas break, like I was kind of cool with the flirtationship, but then I was worried that like his friends were gonna damn near excommunicate him if they found out about us because like I messed with the other bro of the crew. Whatever, okay? You guys should get it. Basically, it's like the homie messing with the old homie's girl, but I was never really his girl. It was never that serious, you know? But I was worried for him and his friendships. Like, I don't want you guys to get in trouble. I don't want this to go weird. And I was like, my ex before him was also my best friend, and that went totally south. And I was like, I don't want to go through that again. So I had so many things, so many cons in my head, like, we shouldn't do this. We just don't need to do this. So I told him one night, I was just like, I don't think this is best for us. I think you tried to convince me otherwise. And I was just like, no, it's just not. He was like, he was so sad.
I was pissed.
Well, you weren't pissed in front of me. You were more sad in front of me.
Sad in front of her.
You were pissed off.
Pissed on my own. Because I had put in so many hours. Like, I've never worked so hard to get a female. Ever. I worked overtime. And then she had the nerve to tell me, I don't think this is gonna work. I said, well, what was Christmas break for? Like, what was it for? I stayed up nights after nights after nights. I was mad. So we cut it off. And then like what, a day? Like 3
days at most later. I was still kind of flirting with him, which is kind of the messed up part. And I don't know how we got back into this situation, but we ended up continuing the flirtationship. But we told each other, we gotta keep this on.
We thought we were super slick. We thought we were so slick. We would look at each other from across the cafeteria and across the room and then give each other looks and then just like smile and then go back to doing what we were doing. It was so childish. But it was fun. But it was really fun. I'm not gonna lie, it was a fun time. Yeah, so then, 2 weeks later, finally muscled a kiss out of her. Okay. And then after that, I was like, yep, we're dating.
Okay, so now
where it gets fun.
Now we're transitioning,
This is where it gets interesting because I was under the impression that we were in a relationship. Like if someone ever said anything to me, they're like, are you an EC?
Now ladies.
Together, I was like, yeah.
Now ladies.
Like I was so confident in claiming her.
I didn't claim this dude.
She didn't claim
He never verbally asked me to be his girlfriend. Supposedly, I guess I'm not with the times, but if you were with the person that often, you're supposed to just know. No, nigga.
No, nigga.
because these people out here be acting up in our generation. So I need to verbally hear him ask, will you be my girlfriend, for me to know it was official. Granted, he's lucky I wasn't messing with nobody else, but if I was that type of person, I would have thought it was okay for me to mess with other people.
I never had a girlfriend, so I didn't know how that went.
I'm his first girlfriend.
I didn't know how that went. In my head, I'm like, well, this is just like everyone. It's gonna last longer. So now she's my girlfriend. Little did I know I had to ask that before I could just claim that. But we were kissing. So I'm like, look, we kissing. So I mean,
oh my God,
we in a relationship. We kissing. We hugging. We kissing. We kicking it. So like,
we hugging. We kissing. We kicking it.
That's it. Like we together. Like I go with you. You go with me.
All right. So fast forwarding. One night, I was tired. I was just like, so what are we to you? Because I felt like I did a lot more than I usually would with anybody I'm not boyfriend and girlfriend with, and it wasn't settling with me that he hadn't asked me out. So I was like, what are we?
And then at that point, I was confused. I was like, pause, hold on. I thought we were boyfriend and girlfriend. So I just sent her back. I was like, boyfriend and girlfriend, duh. Like,
so what? I'm like, oh, you didn't ask me.
Like, you never asked. So I'm lost because I'm thinking this is my girlfriend and she's thinking this is my friend that I kiss on. So I'm like, well, like what I have to do? And she's like, you need to ask me.
So we made our anniversary date the day that my mom took us both out in a relationship type of way. Like she took us both to Red Lobster, which she never does for any of my other friends. So I'm like, that might as well be our anniversary date, because I guess when I went to the washroom, she kind of like grilled him in a dad type of way, like, what are your intentions with my daughter, blah, blah, blah. So they had that type of talk. So I was like, that might as well be our anniversary date. So that's how we got our anniversary.
Rundown. And then I made a promise to her mother that I was going to take care of her. And I've held true to that promise. Yes. Maya Deco, if you're watching, I've held true to that promise. Okay.
Probably gonna make her cry when she sees this.
Taking care of her. As many headaches as this girl has given me.
Oh yeah.
As many trials and tribulations this girl has put me through. I have taken care of her.
Right.
That's love if I ever heard it.
That's love.
That's love.
That's love. That's all we have for you guys. That is how EC and Josh came into fruition, you know, and now we're 2 years and 4 months strong relationship wise and 4 years of best friends. Oh, babe.
That's my baby.
Thank you. Okay. So yeah.
Let us know down below how you felt about how we got together.
Yeah. Tell us your favorite part of our love story. Like, what was your favorite part? Don't forget to like our Facebook page. Follow us on our social media.
Subscribe.
Right.
Peace. Love. Yeah.